And we are live. Now, let's see here. Hello, YouTube. Glad you caught up. Crack a beer with a knife right there. And let's have some thoughts. Now. That is a fine beer. The old beer of the day. Margarita's little something. So you may have seen in recent videos that I spoke about I was going to, because I had finished the PPG guard, as you see. Um, well, I've put something new in the works, as per request by at least a couple of other folks, and also on my own personal want and understanding. I've made another investment. We'll see if y'all catch on to what I'm on to. Because when it all comes down, would you rather have 4 shots or 6? If you know what I mean. Would you rather have, oh, it'll kill you, but it's a lot more fun, it's a lot more economic versus I don't know yet because I haven't tested it. But the promises are there. If this one can do what I found it could do, which was impressive. Let me say that there is no denial that was an impressive bout. I think that this next investment is going to be interesting. Do ignore the neighbor's yard. Quick little unscheduled live stream, I guess you'd say. Whoa, hey Leo. Crap. The magic tumbling camera. I'm okay. So I made an investment. No, it's not a bad idea. Winning giveaway sort of thing. Or an auction of sorts. It's not a bad idea. What would y'all say if I were to auction off a conversion kit for the PPG guard? Y'all be interested in that? Let me know over in the old chat. That's a strong beer. Mm. Strong but tasty. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. You know, with everything going on with Nunky Joe, I would have kind of figured that everybody would be like, hey, wait, the air gun guy is online. Let's go check that shit out. I'm on a half a beer. Y'all better get jumping. Ooh. Okay. Hello, anybody there? Or did everybody bug out? Oh, okay. Oh, that'd be fucking brilliant. Hmm. Is that a brainstorm? And I out there at that point. Man, I really need a fucking 3D printer. A lot of this fucking shit that I've been buying, I could have fucking 3D printed. Like, for instance. But there again, 3D printing means I'm going to be making something. And if I'm making something, of course, it must be nefarious. Isn't that right, Uncle Sam? If I'm making anything, it must be nefarious. You really think it couldn't be just for some wholesomely good reason, right? Uh, Make a man want to cry. Speaking of crying, I'm about to cry if I don't get this cigarette lit. Hmm. Well, we've been having some skunk problems lately. Little stinkers coming out of hibernation. And unfortunately, little 25 tends to bounce, and the big 25 tends to make a mess. My little 22 tends to bounce as well, only it bounces with a whole lot more force. My big 22, well, if it doesn't bounce with a fuck ton of force, it makes a big mess. A big mess. I don't want to be doing any more of that. You know what I'm saying? Having to deal with them little stinky bastards. You can't throw away the carcass. You can't compost it. It'll kill your garden. I don't know about you, but I ain't skunk. You can incinerate it and turn it into trace nutrients for your garden. About the only way you can deal with skunk, honestly. Well, nigh on evening, eventide. I can tell there's probably a few folks going on the live stream right about now. I ain't got nothing better to do anyways than just sit here and chit chat, talk with y'all. So, I mean, aside from I have a air gun range set up, I can sit here and plink my air gun range. Yeah. I ain't shooting on a live stream. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all you. Forward. Yes, there, that's it. Index. There we go. America the Beautiful. I haven't cracked one of these in a long time. It's funny. Seven. Different fucking size. Okay. Different than what I thought it was. A long time since I cracked one of these. It's the only two patriotic songs in America and America the Beautiful. So, America the Beautiful. The other one is here. My country is of the sweet land of liberty, we have seen. Land of pilgrim's pride, from every mountain side, let freedom ring. My heart with rapture thrills, like a above. Pretty good song. I think I'll sing that when there's an actual fucking live stream. I'm joking. I'm not gonna put people through that anymore. Any Hoosiers. Whew. 3/4 beer. Call the ball. Well. Hopefully there won't be such a skunky night tonight. But I guarantee we're gonna have an issue tonight. Something my dad told me when I was younger. What are you expecting for? An alien invasion? I said, God, no, I hope not. I never thought that, what would happen. But, at the same time, you just thought that, it'd be something a little different. Wouldn't have to worry so much about, are these young punks going to run up in my yard and fucking trash the place and destroy it? Am I going to have to shoot a skunk in the middle of the fucking night so that my dog doesn't get sprayed? Some of the things you do for, you know. Oh, speaking of which, um, I am going to be getting a dog shortly. And I don't know if you were able to catch the front end of this particular announcement, but I'll be getting both a dog, which I will be raising from a puppy from my brother, and I will also be getting a 50 caliber air pistol. Yeah. So the dog's going to be inside while I'm outside shooting, of course, because I don't want to. I mean, I want to get him used to having a gunshot around him, especially my air guns, because it's for his safety as well as mine. But I also want to think about, his hearing, his safety, his nervousness. Because as a puppy, most of the time you can bring them into it if they're not old enough to know that it's, loud noise, dangerous, scary. Uh, but you got to remember that you got to be on their butt 100% of the time. Probably won't be getting a puppy for several months, maybe a couple of years. That's fine. All right, it's just talk to some friends, and they're like, okay, no, you need a dog. And I happen to have a couple of dogs that ain't fixed. So we're gonna already looking at puppies, already talking about puppies, so said, fuck it, I'll train another dog. It's good to have an early warning system, you know what I'm saying? Early warning system with teeth. That's going to be his job. Her job. Its job. Don't know yet. Okay, we have no idea yet. It's like when uh, there's going to be a litter of puppies that my brother's bringing into this world from purebred German Shepherds. All right, and so they're gonna. It's a situation of you have to be bonded with the actual. When it comes down to dealing with German Shepherds, you have to be bonded with the dog. If you're not bonded with the dog, they suffer from a couple of maladies, and my brother's dogs are actually kind of key about this. Um, they will look malnourished without being actually malnourished. They'll be fed just fine, like they're supposed to be. They'll be getting cared after like they're supposed to be. They'll be getting all the veterinary checkups like they're supposed to be. But they will look as if they're emaciated. And that's because when a German Shepherd goes from one owner to another for a period of at least 6 months, that German Shepherd is, for lack of a better term, gun shy. Not, doesn't understand what's going on and is afraid of the person that they're, around because they're not bonded. And it takes about 6 months to become bonded to a person. Uh, Sometimes you bond like this. Okay, sometimes you bond over a long period of time. So it varies from person to person, and it also takes individuals understanding the responsibility that they have, and they have a family member, not just oh well, it's a dog. No, that's your family. You know. So in the near future, there will be a puppy in my life. And it's been a while since I've trained dogs, so, well, I won't say it's been a while since I've trained dogs. I'll say been a while since I've had to deal with a puppy. Puppies take a lot more concentration. A lot more concentration, teaching, and, um, you know, helping the animal to learn the aspects of life with that person. It's a big deal. I mean, my dogs have always been fat and happy, and happy-go-lucky, and all the love that they'd ever need, and basically get the run of the house so long as they're on their manners and they do right, and they do according to their training. Well, puppies are a whole fucking different story because you got to teach them to shit outside. You got to teach them how to tell you that they've got to go to the bathroom. You've got to teach them so many different things. It's easier when they have another dog around. The dog can teach them. All right, the older dog can actually teach the puppy, this is what you're supposed to do. But when you don't have an elder dog around, it all falls on you to do what needs to be done, which is to teach the dog, hey, this is where you got to go to the bathroom. Um, this is your family, you know. This is what you're supposed to do. This is your basic training sort of thing. It's like any soldier that goes into combat. First thing you do is you go into basic training and get yourself set up for whatever may lie ahead. You're getting the absolute basics that you need before you go further. And it's the same thing with the dog. You're giving the dog the absolute basics before you move on to something else. Like, see here, if it's a male, it's going to be named Ruger. If it's a female, Blood. And if you don't know what that means, You don't understand German. They understand German from the time they're a puppy. It's something you need to remember about German Shepherds. When you're training German Shepherds, you have to speak as much German as they do. They can learn up to 25,000 words. So, and at 25,000 words, they can gain a general understanding of anything you're talking about. So they understand English very well. They also understand that the difference between German and English is the difference between a command and a simple sit and chat. So you train your dogs in German when they're German Shepherds, but uh, your commands are in German. But at the same time, you can have general conversations with the German Shepherd in English, and they'll understand you. It's a whole different ballgame. This is one of those things that you get when you get them as a puppy. It's easier to train this in. So that's what I've been fucking waiting for, is for an appropriate breed. One of 3 dog breeds: German Shepherd, Tiger Lab, or Box Lab with brindle coloration. A Tiger Lab, or a Carolina dog. So yeah, the German Shepherd, Box Lab with a tiger stripe brindle, or a Carolina dog. And their Carolina dogs are expensive. They are really expensive. Hell, my brother was trying to get his hands on a male German Shepherd, and he's half German, half Dobie. So I'm gonna be having just a lovely time trying to train this pup. All papered, so that he's got all the different colorations, the right colorations, both of the Dobie and the German Shepherd. And he'll also, so the pair that my brother's got is a black German Shepherd and a half and half. Which, if you know anything about AKC regulations, that means that the animal that I'd be getting would be a purebred. Legally speaking. By the freaking short hairs. German Shepherds are incredibly intelligent. And it only takes one fuck up. You gotta remember that. They're extremely forgiving and extremely loyal, but it only takes one fuck up for you to lose credibility in their eyes. So you have to be on your game in order to deal with them. Now, it's been a long time since I've dealt with dogs. Now I'm working on it though. So we have on the roster, in the immediate time, I'll be getting the HDR 50, which is a 50 caliber air pistol. I laugh because this is a 25 caliber air pistol, and it's got some freaking kits on. I mean, this is a 22 caliber air pistol, and I used to go squirrel hunting with this. And that's no bullshit lie. I used to go squirrel hunting and rabbit hunting with this air gun. This air gun is actually about 14, 15 years old. And yet the funniest thing of it all, they make an air pistol that's literally perfect for self-defense. And I wasn't thinking about it because it's been some years since I did this project. Okay, this project was me and my dad when I was a younger kid. Uh, I had just dealt with having to deal with the Baker Act bullshit, and so I couldn't have a firearm. And I recognized it at the time, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to play the games that they want to play. I'm still going to be armed. I'm still going to be capable, but I can only utilize air guns. I can't use black powder guns because those are firearms in the state of California. So I had to look at, well, with an air gun, there is a maximum limit. You can only go up to so much of an airspeed. I mean, so much projectile speed with air. But with the projectile speed that it is, a 25 caliber is lethal. I mean, 22 is lethal. And then to top all of this off, we're talking, before I was shooting pellets. So we're talking maybe maximum 14 grain slugs, 14 grain pellets. Okay. That 22 there is a 17 grain slug. This one right here. This one right here is a 25 grain or 25 caliber, 29 grain slug. This is almost 30 grains of freaking lead. I'm launching something so much heavier now. And back when I started this whole thing, it was just, could it be done? Could you walk in confidence with an air gun? Pellet gun basically. Could you walk in confidence, not have to fear, walking around because you've got your personal protection. And say somebody decides that they want to try and harm you, well, one round from this, and the show is over. One, just one. That is the PPG guard in 25 caliber. Okay, and disregard the old 17 caliber bullshit because that is the PPG guard. The 17 thing I'm talking about is right here. This is the PPG guard. It's in its glorious configuration. All the power you'd ever ask for. At 25 yards, it's lethal. At 15 yards, it's lethal. At 10 yards, it's not just lethal, it'll make a mess. At 5 feet, it's gonna make a big old mess. And that's the whole thing, the whole difference behind having personal protection. Most engagements are gonna be a 10 foot or less. All right. And that's actually looking at FBI statistics. Most of your engagements are going to be a 10 foot or less. And within those 10 feet, you only have time to squeeze off one round. So do you want it to be accurate and powerful enough to do the job? Or do you want to accidentally miss in that 10 feet that it takes for a perp to get to you? Say a perp has a knife, or perp has a club, or perp has whatever, okay? The 10 foot difference is the distance between life and death. And I know this because a knife like that can kill you. That's all it is, just a little bitty knife. Like, imagine you have the ability, but you don't have to go hand to hand with somebody. You have the ability to protect yourself. With that ability of force, that small little, I went to the range today. I went and I shot a bunch of 25 caliber pellets, 25 caliber slugs, whatever. I was paper punching. And then say, I'm walking out of the freaking range and some guy just decides to walk up to the lady who was walking out the range behind me, and he grabs a hold of her range bag and tries to take off with her guns and everything. And because all the guns are in the bag, all of her personal protection, everything that's in the bag, she can't hand him the bag and then take over and go. So I turn around, you know, on the ground, motherfucker. And that's all you need is that simple. You're at the range, you're shooting pellets, you're shooting an air gun. Nobody's going to think of you as being a threat of any kind. They're going to look at you like, oh, what the fuck, dude? And then when they turn around and you are a semi-threat to them because they're going to consider you to be a semi-threat because, oh, it's a fucking air gun. It couldn't do anything. You're going to have that ability to say, stop or I'll shoot. And if they don't comply, you can pull the trigger. You can have that ability to not have to deal with an angry person trying to now kill you because you've already taken the initiative, because they've taken the initiative. Once they have shown you an ill intent, you don't actually have to do fuck all. You could just simply pull the trigger. But it's more prudent, it's more ethical to give them a chance. It's more moral. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's more lawful. Lawfully speaking, one and done, motherfucker. But it's more ethical to give a person a few chances, like, hey, motherfucker, I can kill you. Please don't force my hand. That's that nice ability that you have, the ability to be polite, because you hold the power. It's a big deal. We're about to have a skunk fest tonight. I already see it. Storm clouds on the horizon. Yeah. So I won't be in any other live streams. Any Hoosiers. It's been fun, y'all. We're empty. That's Thoughts on the Rocks with Lane Price. Y'all have a good day. I love you.